Studio check 1 2 1 2.
Is BINO Nation in the building? Put those emojis in the chat.
That's my gang.
Woke up still grinding, dreams don't drift away. Blueprints on the table, paint the path my way. Stacks on my desk, starting out the day. Ideas lifting off, I'm the engine in play. Caffeine in my bloodstream, rhythm in my chest. I move with intention, never settling for less. Life is a chessboard, I'm 3 steps ahead. While they fade in dreams, I'm making that bread. Overload, but I still ride slow. Pressure on me, but it helped me grow. Overload, feel it head to toe. Still I hold the line when the storms all blow. Overload, but my heart won't break. Turning all the weight in the moves I make. Overload, yeah, the climb I take. Building up a world only real ones make. They turn 9 to 5, but I'm breathing the grind. Turning losses into lessons, polishing the mind. Phone buzzing, daily opportunity speaks. While they chase distraction, I'm reaching my peaks. Call me Alice, world weight on my spine. Every scar earned, make the blueprint refine. While they binge on noise, I'm ready for the climb. Turn a single spark to a fire divine. Numbers in my sight, dreams in my hands. Building every day with deliberate plans. I'm the pulse of the hustle, the strength in the night. Turning every shadow into sun with light. Overload, but I still ride slow. Pressure on me, but it helped me grow. Overload, feel it head to toe. Still I hold the line when the storms all blow. Overload, but my heart won't break. Turning all the weight in the moves I make. Overload, yeah, the climb I take. Building up a world only real ones make. Weight on my shoulders, but I walk with grace. Turning every try to a milestone place. Late night stack, but it sharpen my aim. Every sacrifice fuels a fire in my veins. Overload, but I shine through rain. Turning all the pressure into gold from pain. Overload, but I still remain. Standing on the grind that became my lane. Overload, man, I won't let go. Every setback just another push to grow. Overload, watch the empire glow. I was built for the heights, now I rise, now I know. Overload, but I move with soul. Holding every dream like it's made of gold. Overload, but the truth I hold. I was built for the climb, now I rise and unfold.
If we agree with you, then we're black. We love black people. If we find ourselves in opposition to what you say, all of a sudden we hate ourselves and we hate black people. Who died and left you that kind of authority with your opinion? Who? Tell me.
Let them talk, baby. They don't know what we got. I see them running in the streets, chasing after crowns, trying to be the loudest voice in every single town. They say I'm moving backward cause I like to serve my king, but they don't know the peace and the power that you bring. I keep your plate hot, I keep the house still. I love to be the soft place where you can heal. They call it slavery, I call it devotion. While they drowning in a sea of mixed emotion. If loving you right makes me a pygmy, then baby pick me. I'm exactly where I wanna be. I don't want the headache, I don't want the fight. I just wanna be the one holding you at night. I follow your lead, I let you take control. You got the vision, baby, you got my soul. Call me a pygmy, call me a fool, but I'm the one winning while I'm lying next to you. They brag about being boss, they brag about the grind, but look inside their eyes, tell me what you find. Microwave dinners and a pillow full of tears. trading a family for a couple lonely years. I respect your frame, I respect your mind. Yeah. A masculine love is so hard to find. I ain't competing, I ain't keeping score. You handle the world, I handle the door to your peace. Let the new age girls argue on the net. Let them argue. They haven't found a man that they can trust yet. I'm catering to you, body and soul, playing my position, playing my role. You protect, you provide, I submit, I reside in your kingdom. Wanna be the woman that you adore. I follow your lead, I let you take control. You got the vision, baby, you got my soul. Call me a pygmy, call me a fool, but I'm waking up happy, lying next to you. Let them stay mad, we'll stay in love. I'm your pygmy forever. Forever, 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 yeah.
No, chill for what? Who is this nigga?
You said the mask don't fit me, but it's glued to my name. Every hairline paints me wicked, 'cause I won't think the same. You see trouble when I walk in, like I set this place on fire. But I just talk like my granddaddy, and it cuts through all your choir. You want me to be the villain, so I'll be there, I'll be there. Not a shadow that you're killing, I'm the storm that's fighting back. I'm not a villain, I'm a super villain, that's a fact. You wrote the script, I'm just living, so I'll be there, I'll be there. You get nervous when I'm smiling, 'cause you know it's not for show. I won't bow to your approval, I'm too grown to play that role. You throw labels like they shackles, try to change what I believe, but your story got a plot hole when I'm the one that's free. You want me to be the villain, so I'll be that, I'll be that. Not a shadow that you're killing, I'm the storm that's fighting back. I'm not a villain, I'm a super villain, that's a fact. You wrote the script, I'm just living, so I'll be that, I'll be that. Call me heartless, call me crazy, call me every name you know. All that talk just turns to power, watch my true colors glow. You want me to be the villain, so the shadow that you're killing. I'm the star. Fighting back. I'm not a villain. I'm a super villain. That's a fact. You drew the line. I crossed it grinning, so I'll be that. I'll be that.
You are now rocking with the best. Support the Angry Man. Support the stream.
Yeah. They know my name. They know my word. But they still throw dirt. Ha! Yeah. Been a decade in the game. 10 plus in the rain. Built a kingdom from the mud. Turned up on them every string. They were lurking on my chat. Screenshotting every frame. Took my slang, took my cadence, then pretended we the same. They was praying for my downfall while they copying my blueprint. Yeah. Every topic that I touch turn the trend. Now they abuse it. They be whispering in DMs, plotting on me, try to stop my rise. Try to ice me out the story, still I burn right through the lies. Yeah. I'm the people's champ. I'm the angry man. Say my name, they can steal my style, never steal my hands. They can throw that dirt, still I rise again. You can hate my goods, but watch me rain. I'm the people's champ. I'm the angry man. They can twist my words, never twist my stance. Blame me for it all, I just take that chance. Cause they know I'm best, they don't want my shine to last. No, they was flagging every upload, sending shots behind the scenes, posting pictures of my family, trying to crack me at the scene. Drop my name up in the phone, type my address on the site. Thought the fear would make me vanish, told them pussies catch a flight. Every time they build a boycott, I just build another brand. Turn a smear into a slogan, made a movement out to slander. Understand, they be calling me the villain, why they quoting every line. I'm the mirror that they scared of, so they cover up my life. I'm the people's champ. I'm the angry man. Say my name. They can steal my style, never steal my hands. They can throw that dirt, still I rise again. You can hate my goods, but watch me rain. I'm the people's champ. I'm the angry man. They can twist my words, never twist my stance. Blame me for it all, I just take that chance. Cause they know I'm best, they don't want my shine to last. They gon' blame me for the storm, blame me for the rain, blame me cause I said it. Just remember we ain't the same. They gon' cry about my tone, but they study every take. You can hate on every move, you can cancel what I made. Nah, I'm the people's champ. I'm the angry man. Say my name. They can steal my style, never steal my hands. They can throw that dirt, still I rise again. You can hate my goods, but watch me rain. I'm the people's champ. I'm the angry man. They can twist my words, never twist my stance. Blame me for it all, I just take that chance. Cause they know I'm best, they don't want my shine to last. Cause they know I'm best, they don't want my shine to last. Yeah, they know I'm best, and that's why they hate the man.
Radio check 1 2 1 2.
Is BINO Nation in the building? Put those emojis in the chat.
That's my gang.
Yeah.
Turn up, heart racing, no delay. This life don't wait, so I'm on my way. Feet hit the pavement, sunrise grinning. Life's a roulette and I'm always spinning. Pocket full of dreams, got the world in my hands. No map, just vibes and unplanned plans. Sweat on my brow, running wild through the city. Clock ticking loud, but it ain't that gritty. Spill my soul like ink on a loose leaf. Every breath a moment, no time for grief. Full throttle, no brakes, I'm flying. Every second counts, ain't no denying. Living Living for the now, future can't wait. No rewind button, I'm on in my face. Yeah, yeah. I'm on in my face. I'm on in my face. Heart like a drum, beating fast, no pause. Life's a movie real, I'ma start with no flaws. Cup running over, champagne fizz. Every day's a blessing, yeah, that's the biz. Jumping over hurdle, life's track and field. Every scar story, every wound's healed. Skyline's my ceiling, dreams stretch wide. Riding shotgun with hope, joy by my side. Full throttle, no brakes, I'm flying. Every second counts, ain't no denying. Living for the now, future can't wait. No rewind button, I'm on in my face. Yeah, yeah. I'm on in my face. Yeah, yeah. Roll the dice, let it ride. Moonlit nights, ocean tide. Every heartbeat, a melody. Life's a stage, I'm a symphony. Slow it down, feel the sound. Breathing deep, feet on the ground. Then a spark, hit a call. One more run, give it all. Full throttle, no brakes, I'm flying. Every second counts, ain't no denying. Living for the now, future can't wait. No rewind button, I'm on in my face. Yeah, yeah. No rewind, no regret. Sunset phase, but I ain't done yet. Yeah. I'm on in my face. Yeah, yeah.
You ain't got no hustle and you ain't got no job. No, thank you.
All right, Dina, are you there, Dina?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, what's your perspective on this?
You said the question was that if women only like men for money? Is that
Yes, like date men with money. That's what a lady said from the Real Housewives. Said for a man to even date, he has to have, he has to have money.
Oh, Marlo, yeah.
I don't think it's black and white. I think mostly yes, but I kind of agree with Summer that it depends on the age too. I think younger women.
I'm talking about you right now. Does a man have to make a certain amount of money to date you?
Oh yeah.
But what's that number?
I don't necessarily have a number. Probably at least as much or more than me.
Okay, and what around ballpark figure?
Like 90K a year.
So a man has to make that much minimum.
Yeah.
Okay, why is that?
Because it's more than me.
Okay, so would you accept money over character?
Do I accept money? What?
So would you date a man like Stephon Diggs?
No.
Why not?
Personality. He has too much going on. Yeah, no.
All right, name a man you know that's making six figures that's 100% faithful.
I don't know any.
You don't know any?
Personally, I don't know.
Yeah, what I'm saying personally. So you don't know any? So would you be putting yourself in the box? Would you be putting yourself in the box with that standard?
I might be.
Okay, cool. What about Black Dove? What's your stance on it?
Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing great.
Good. My stance is hell no. Women do not only date men for money. Women date men based on their emotions, and that's why today women are so bitter and men are so angry. Shout out to the angry man.
My bad. Did y'all hear that? Press a 1 in the chat room if y'all heard that just now. Not what I said, but what was said on camera. On the video. Did y'all hear that? I'm going to run it back a little bit.
I could work with it. But if you ain't got no hustle and you ain't got no job, no thank you.
Okay. Dina.
Was that if women only like men for money? Is that
yes, like date men with money. That's what a lady said from the wheel.
I don't necessarily have a number, probably at least as much or more than me.
Okay, what around ballpark figure?
Now, I need y'all to pay attention to the fact that I'm not really that focused. I'm just over there. If you notice, I'm just over here in the corner, kind of like in my own world, right?
Like 90K a year.
So a man has to make that much minimum.
Yeah.
Okay, why is that?
Because it's more than me.
Okay, so would you accept money over character?
Do I accept money? What?
So would you date a man like Stephon Diggs?
No.
Why not?
Personality. He has too much going on. Yeah, no.
All right, name a man you know that's making 6 figures that's 100% faithful.
I don't know any.
You don't know any?
Personally, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying personally. So you don't know any? So would you be putting yourself in the box? Would you be putting yourself in the box with that standard?
I might be.
Okay, cool. What about Black Dove? What's your stance on it?
Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing great.
Good. My stance is hell no. Women do not only date men for money. Women date men based on their emotions, and that's why today women are so bitter and men are so angry. Shout out to the angry man.
Angryman, you know Black Dove? Because I don't know.
Absolutely not.
No, he doesn't know me.
Now, let me first start by pointing this out to everybody watching this, and I have to put this on display. How much of a thirsty ass loser does it make a person to jump up on a panel just because they want to address me? A person that don't know me, by the way, right? Because you heard her just say that she doesn't know me, right? But was so agitated, panties was in such a bunch that she had to jump up there and throw a shot at me. She couldn't just answer Trey's question. She had to figure out some kind of way to throw a shot at me. It was like, well, no, I don't believe that women pursue men for money, but I think that men are angry and women are bitter and men are angry. That's why men are angry. Shout out to the Angryman. What the hell did I have to do with that question or that answer? Do y'all see now why I be talking the shit that I be talking? Do y'all see why I be talking the shit that I'm talking? Now, the reason why the title of this video is You Don't Understand Because You're Not Like Us. And the reason I have on the caption, You Not Like Us, is because people think that as the angry man, I'm just a live wire, loose cannon, crash out, ain't in control of my emotions. How many of y'all remember? How many of y'all remember when I told y'all that I am in extreme control of my emotions? If you see me flip out, if you see me crash out, if you see me start yelling and cursing and shit, It wasn't because I don't have control over myself. It's because that's exactly what I wanted to do. And I'm doing it for a reason. I'm doing it for a purpose. How many of y'all heard me say that? Press 1 if you were in one of the streams where I pointed this out. Where I said, Angry Man, don't just crash out to be crashing out. I do it on purpose. So in this video, I want to show you guys a prime example. Because last night when I went over to Trey's live stream, I did not want to be bothered, right? So when that chick came up on that panel, and there was 2 of them, because the other chick, Dina, whatever her name is, she don't like me either, right? So when those chicks were on that panel, one of them was trying their best to trigger me. But this is what people don't get about me. This is what people will never understand about me. You never trigger me. Nobody ever triggers me. If I go off, it's because I wanted to. It's because I actively went off. There's no, I'm going to say this and get Angry Man to get out of his character. That's not how I work. That's not how I function. Because if I don't want to be bothered, nothing that you say is going to trigger me. Absolutely nothing. And most people think that, let's see, Heavy said, who are you? Don't worry about it. We're just going to go ahead and boot you out of here. You can go talk to somebody else. Like I've told you guys, could you imagine could you imagine the audacity of clicking on to someone's video and asking them who they are? Like, let that sink in for a second. This dude clicked on my video. This dude clicked on my video to ask me who I am. What? Yeah. Shout out to Malcolm. He said, oh, AM, you noticed Dina was on the panel and never said anything to you, but stay in the chat chirping. Yeah. Yeah. But see, here's the thing, right? Last night was proof positive. And I did it on purpose. I wanted to show everybody that if you try to troll me and I don't want to be trolled, nothing's going to happen except you're going to end up looking like a jackass. Now, I think Malcolm was watching that show last night. Malcolm, did you notice how goofy she looked the entire time trying to troll me? And I just didn't give a shit? Did you notice? Did you notice how goofy she was up there looking, trying her best? She was trying her best to get a rise out of me. Like some of these people that come to the internet, like they are some of the biggest losers on planet Earth, man. Like, real talk. Let me play this thing.
Why are you coming to Angry Man?
Because I've been watching him. He's got a show, right?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you put yourself out in public. I've been watching him. So yeah, no, women do not only date men for money. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Women date men because they like whoever they're dating. And in these days, I hate to say it, but they tend to be broke. And women are, especially Black women, but women in general, tend to be much more successful than men.
Cap.
And it's not like
Now, if you notice on the show, there's going to be a point later where I'm going to say, you came up here trying to say that black men were broke. And she tried to say that she never said that. But y'all clearly heard her just say it, right? Because part of what she was doing as well is she was trying her best to trigger the black men on the panel. It isn't until she realizes she can't trigger black men on this panel that she then goes to, I love black men. You're right. Like, I just sat there and listened to it. I'm like, okay, you want to play this little goofy game? Let's play this goofy ass game.
The natural, pardon.
All right, Black Dove, let me interject real quick. On average, how much money does black women make compared to black men? Because I already know, I know the numbers, but I want to see if you know.
I don't know.
So why would you make a statement like that when we can prove that black men make more money than black women on average?
Well, here's the thing. I'm a black woman. I know.
Goalpost.
Pardon?
It's like you about to move the goalpost.
I'm not. This is our first time meeting.
I got you, Black Dove. Are you good?
I'm a black woman, you know. I know a lot of black women, and then also I watch like the rhetoric around black women, and black men are pretty, I don't know, like they're really resentful for the fact that black women, you know, they're pretty independent, they're making money, they're going up, you know.
This is still her trying to get a rise out of me. I need y'all to keep that in mind. All of this rhetoric she's spewing about black women being more successful than black men and black men being resentful of it and all of this shit. This is her trying her best to get a rise out of me. But as you can see, last night I was in I don't care mode. If I don't care, even in the, like, I don't care in general, if we being totally honest. I don't care in general. But if I don't care about the conversation in the moment, this is the type of angry man you're going to get. And I hate to say it, but this is the worst type of angry man to deal with. Like, cats don't realize, like, the best type of angry man to deal with is the one that wants to curse you out and engage in insults and shit. Once I get to the mode where I just want to fall back and just get purely logical and purely cerebral and become like Mr. Spock on your ass, like, it's a wrap. You're just gonna end up looking stupid. There's nothing you can do. And I'm playing this video because I want to make a overall point. Because, like, it's so many people that come to the internet and they think they can bother me. And I'm just I'm trying my best to get you to understand that I am unbothered. You cannot bother me. You just think you bother me because I allow you to think that.
XYZ. So even though I don't have the exact numbers, and also on that note, because I do not have the exact numbers, I'm not inclined to just believe whatever you tell me the numbers are.
Okay, listen, Black Dove, don't have an issue with that, but we can't prove substantiate that. But I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna use the panel for an example. Wash, are you single? I don't know your business.
Yeah, I'm single. Yeah.
All right. Does a woman have to make a certain amount of money to date you?
No, and I don't have to make a certain amount of money to
date. No, we ain't got it. No, come on, no. Thank you. Now, Black Dove, you have a single black man up here that says a woman does not have to make any amount of money to date him. Then you had another, and Dina, I like Dina, right? But let's just call a spade a spade. Dina up here said that a man had to make a minimum of $90K. You don't see an issue with that?
I mean, what does that matter?
I also live in an expensive area, so that might
be I don't care if you stay with Jesus.
What does that matter to me?
Ain't no issue with that at all.
You say what?
Ain't no issue with that.
I know we ain't doing it. What you talking about?
Ain't no issue with her wanting a man that make 90K. Y'all gonna stop gaslighting.
Here we go.
Y'all gonna stop gaslighting.
Mutt is mutton. Man, you ain't mutton in a while. Just chill out, okay? I don't need you to jump in this conversation at all, brother. I love you, but don't do it. So, but what I'm saying is, you said that women date men based off their emotions, correct?
Yeah, women.
But hold on, hold on, Dub Black Dub. But hey, Dina Forbes on the panel says a man has to make 90K. So is she setting a standard based off emotions or money?
Well, first of all,
now, Black Girl, you got to answer the question before you monologue.
I will answer the question, but you have to let me. Are you going to do that?
I asked you a direct question.
And I'm answering it. The answer is she can't set a standard. And that's no disrespect, Dina. But it's like, there's.
I already did, Black Dove.
No. I said
she literally said, listen,
standard.
the only reason the only reason I'm interjecting is because I'm not saying you're trying to be disingenuous on purpose, but she literally said, I'm going off what your statement was. Your statement was, women do not date men based off money, but based off their emotions. Dina Forbes says she won't even date a man unless he makes 90K a year. So I'm asking specifically, based off what Dina said, is she dating a man off her emotions, which you said that women date off, or off finances?
See, you changed the question.
I didn't. Angryman, did I change it?
Yes, you did, because before you
said
I
did not.
Now you're saying her.
I said her the first time.
No, you said well, look, if it's just based around her, look, I don't know this woman. You know, you
made a blanket statement. You said women do not date men. I'm going off what you said, Black Girl. Black Girl. Listen, one thing about me, I didn't go to college, none of that. But one thing I do, I got a PhD in common sense and hearing. I heard exactly what you said. That's why I'm repeating what you said. And I'm comparing your statement versus what Dina Forbes said. And even though Dina, I think she cool with me, right? But she don't like some of the men, and she disagrees with some of the men on my panel. But she would agree with me that I'm not that what I said is true, and the analogy and the comparison that I'm using your words is accurate.
When y'all done with the ladies, I'm gonna cook.
Mud, you shut up.
Wait, so Trey, are you trying to say that she believes what I believe? Because I don't think that's necessary.
No, Dina, I'm not saying that. I'm saying she believes totally different because Dina, she said that women date men based off emotions.
It's true.
Dina just said a man has to make 90K.
But that's just me, Trey. That's
if anybody else want to help me out,
generally, women date men based off of who they like. And like I said at the beginning, that's exactly why a lot of women are bitter and a lot of men are angry, because you have women today who are making more money, more successful, more independent, dating these men who don't make anything, dating these men who can't even compare.
Black Dove, we don't know these niggas. We don't know these broke bum niggas. Hey, no, I don't know eight broke niggas. No, hold on. Black Dove, we don't know these men.
Look it up.
But they use those fake statistics when it comes to men, right? Because what she's saying is they like to know shit.
See, they didn't even realize that she was trying her best to troll me. This is why she kept saying, this is why they're angry, because these women are running circles around. Now, as the conversation goes on, she's going to change it up. She's going to act like she never talked about black men being broke. When y'all clearly hear her doing it, like she's literally, poking the bear, so to speak, trying her best to get a rise out of me. And I just don't give a shit. I don't care about the conversation. I don't care about none of the things that she's saying, because I know she's full of shit. I know she only came up there with that fake ass. First of all, I don't take no black women seriously that have a fake ass California Valley girl accent. Any black woman that talks like she's a white girl, I don't take seriously. I don't take seriously at all, because I know that their whole mentality is smug, smarmy bullshit, right? So the whole time she's talking, I'm just listening. I'm just listening and taking it in like, oh, okay, you up here on that type of time. Okay, cool.
But that's what she's saying. They based off emotion, and the one that give them the most emotion is the dude that ain't got shit to lose. He ain't got a work schedule. He ain't got a gym schedule. He got to come through and he can bust them down schedule. That's the schedule that they like because there's no accountability in that.
No.
So
that's crazy.
Okay.
All right, real quick before I continue, anybody want to chime in?
Yeah, real quick. We're using the word date, and I think we need to be using, I don't want to be crass, but I think we need to be using the word fuck, because women will date a broke dude if he's willing to spend his money on her. If he's willing to trick his money on her, women will date broke dudes. But the question really should be, will women fuck broke dudes? And the question is, I mean, the answer is absolutely they will. If he's looking the part, or if he has the reputation in the neighborhood that he's putting it down, if he's broke, they'll fuck him. So I think we need to really ask the question is, women will date any man that's willing to trick off the money to her damn near. Now, will she marry that man? Probably not. Will she grow old with that man? Definitely not. But will she date him to get his resources for whatever she wants? Absolutely, because that's what our Black culture is. Our dating shit is finessing on both sides. Men are selling dreams and women are selling lies, and we're both mad at each other.
Okay, can I chime in on this shit? Can I chime in on this so we can cut through all of this crap?
Women choosing broke men.
But y'all need to pick on somebody your own size, though. That's
Can we cut through all that bullshit? All women want men with resources. That's what we talking about. When we talking about money, we're talking about resources. All women want men with resources. Now, how much may vary with women, but women don't want to get with somebody that's a bum. Even if they like his character, even if they like who he is as a person, they may get with him initially when he doesn't have any money. But those women expect that man to improve at some point. They expect him to get his shit together. Let's just be real about it, right? Because that's where the problems come in the relationships. A woman will be attracted to a man because of his personality, because of his looks, because of his swagger, because of all of those different things. Maybe he laying pipe good, all of that. But that only gets you so far. That only lasts for a certain amount of time. You're going to begin having problems in the relationship if your ass is broke. Let's be real about it.
Thank you. Angryman, the only one who keep it real. That's a real nigga right there.
No, Angryman. So Angryman, this is the point. Right? This is the point, and I don't disagree with you. This is the point. When a man has resources, and when I say resources, I'm talking about like next level resource. I'm not talking about a man making $50K a year, nothing like that. I'm talking about 100 and up, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of men, because I've even experienced this, women truly loving the man for him and not what he can do for her. You understand what I'm saying? So we understand that women don't want a bomb. But I know women that are only with their husbands. I'm talking about, I know women that are married. They don't even like their husbands. They're only with him because of the money that he makes.
Yeah, that exists.
But you can't necessarily
that exists, but that's not
you cannot call
that exists, but that's not just that exists, but the other also exists.
No, I agree for sure.
Because there are women out here that will get with dudes that's basically losers financially, and they'll stick it out with those dudes for a while. But eventually,
watch this. Do more women marry for love or security?
Security.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my whole point, Angryman.
Security comes in different forms.
Black girl, give me a second. I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook. Give me 1 second.
No,
this is my point.
This ain't black.
This is my point. This is my point. For you and Mutt. Mutt, you listen to this with Peter here, little boy. Listen. My thing is this. Because I'm telling you, I deal with thousands of women. I done dealt with thousands of women. And I'm talking about what I heard coming out their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it in their actions because they married, giving up the coochie.
Mm-hmm.
They're only with their husband because of the lifestyle that he provides. They really don't like him. So I'm saying, how can men know when a woman truly loves him for him and not for what he has? And she's not marrying him for security, but she's marrying him because she loves him. Whether he's got money or he doesn't, she's for sickness and health, from sickness and health, from what's the live out? Sickness and health.
We get it. But that's an easy question to ask.
So death do us part.
That is based on the man's discernment. He needs to be able to understand what type of woman he's dealing with. So if you get with a woman when you're already successful, if you're already a multimillionaire and you get with this woman, you really got to question that shit. The only way you really gonna find out is if you have a economic downturn and you start struggling and you're not able to do as much as you used to do. Is she sticking around with you? Unfortunately for the dudes that's already rich, that's the only way they're gonna find out. Now, for dudes that got with their woman while they was on the come up, if she got with you when you didn't have shit and she stuck it out with you until you became successful, it's pretty safe to say she's with you for you.
Fact. Yeah, I agree.
But she definitely likes the fact that you stepped your game up. Because regardless of what, women are always gonna love men for various reasons, right? But regardless of what, women are always gonna want that security. They're always gonna want a man this either got shit going on or he's improving and moving forward.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me?
No, I agree 100%. I don't have any pushback for that. Black Dove, what were you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying that's not true. Like,
what's not true?
It's not true, at least not today, that women are looking for men for security, because today, I hate to say it, most women provide their own security. And most Black women, and before anybody shakes and cocks their head, I'm a Black woman and I know my community. Okay, so can I speak on women in general? Maybe not. Clock me if I get it wrong. But I know when I'm talking about Black women that I got it right. And
you think most Black women?
No, because if black women were not looking for men for security, if they was just content with their own security, they wouldn't expect a man to bring something. If when Black women get with men, they don't expect their men to stay home and raise the children. They still expect them to provide. They still expect them to make money. They still expect them to do something. So when you look at men are perfectly happy with their own security. Because a man can get with a woman that works the drive-through at McDonald's. If he likes her, he don't give a shit that she ain't making no damn money. In fact, he'll tell her, you quit that job. You don't even need that job because I got us. Women do not do that. Women are not going to tell their man, you ain't got to work. You can just stay at the crib.
No, yeah, and I agree, because that's the natural order of things. But unfortunately today, these men are like...
See, even if you try to troll me, if you come up on a panel to try to troll me, you can't argue with my logic. You can't argue with my logic, but she doesn't realize she's contradicting herself. She doesn't even realize it, right? She's making the statement that Black women are fine with their own, they're providing their own security and they're cool with that. And it's like, no, they're not cool with that. Because here's the thing, right? There's no such thing as an independent woman. It doesn't exist, in my opinion, right? Now, the reason why I say this is because whenever you have a woman, let's say you have a woman that goes out and, gets she gets her degree, she gets a career, she's single, she doesn't have any kids, she's buying a house, and she's paying her bills. That doesn't necessarily mean she's independent. It means she's sufficient. She's self-sufficient. She's able to take care of herself, right? But she's not independent, in my opinion, right? And the reason why I say she's not independent, because the moment she gets into a relationship with a man, her independence, all of a sudden, the premise of her independence disappears. The moment she gets into a relationship with a man, she becomes dependent on that man. Even if she pretends that she's not, right? So the moment she gets into a relationship with a man, she's not gonna add him to her situation on some, don't worry about nothing, I got everything, right? She's gonna expect that man to contribute to the household financially. She's going to expect that man to get a job. She's going to expect that man. There's no such thing as the woman that is massively successful and she gets into a relationship with a guy and she has zero expectations for that guy as far as him working and making money. That doesn't exist, right? The reason why I say men are independent is because a man could have a great career, buying a house, all of those different things, right? He get into a relationship with a woman that has no money, no job, no whatsoever. He'll move her into his house. He'll give her free reign to decorate the house with his money. He'll be like, oh, you can make this house a home if, since we're together, since we're going to get married, if you want to change things in the house, be my guest. She's going to be like, okay, cool. Give me the credit card. He going to give her the credit card. She going to use his money to redecorate his house the way she sees fit. If she ain't got no car, he's going to get her a car, right? He's even going to set up bank accounts and things to give her money so that she's not walking around broke or whatever, especially if they married. He's even going to put her in his estate planning, his will, and all of that shit, right? So the reason why I say that men are definitely independent is because a man will go out here and build his success and build his money, and everybody around him will benefit from that, and he doesn't expect nothing from them. Okay? You have these NBA basketball players that become multimillionaires, and they take care of everybody. They taking care of their wife, they taking care of their kids, they taking care of their parents, they taking care of the family members, all of that shit. And they don't expect nobody to give them nothing. To me, that's independence, right? But whenever you have women that become massively successful, they're not going to take care of everybody like that. And if they do, they're going to expect you to do something. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, okay, well, if I'm going to help you do this, you got to do this. It's going to be some sort of transactional type thing, right? But if you have a woman that's not a celebrity and not a athlete or nothing like that, and she's just massively successful, she's not going to move a guy in, buy him a car, hand him her credit cards, give him access to her money, tell him he can decorate the house the way he want to decorate the house, take him on vacations and lavish him with. A woman is not going to do that. She's not going to do that. They're not built or designed to do that shit. You feel me? It just is what it is. So in my opinion, women are not independent. There are just women out here that become self-sufficient because they don't have no damn choice. They weren't able to find a significant other to shoulder half or all of that load. You feel me?
Snails, they're not doing half as good as women, and that's why they're so angry. And just
Who
let me finish, man.
Who are these men that are? Who's these men that are flat broke? Like, I'm trying to figure out who these dudes
Can
are.
I
There's
finish
a lot of
my
broke dudes out there. and
because
good
I'm not
men,
going to move on
unfortunately.
to the next question if I can't even finish my thought.
We heard your thought.
You didn't hear my
Black
full thought.
Black Dove, the way that the way that it goes on the panel, if you're talking and you say something, somebody wants to expound on the point that you're trying to make before you move on to another point, it's by right that they have the conversation before you proceed.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have an issue with Angryman's rebuttal?
Yeah, his whole, and this is why I call into these shows, is because like everything is so upside down and backwards now. It's like humanity needs saving. Like, what are we even talking about? Let's keep it a buck. Women, particularly Black women, are taking on a very masculine role right now, but they don't want to, which is what makes them bitter. And then men, particularly Black men, are not able to do what they are designed to do. They're prohibited from it, which is what makes them angry. You think we want to be sitting up here paying?
What are Black men designed to do?
Well, I think
she just contradicted herself.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Wait, just let her answer that part real quick.
You really did.
What are Black men designed to do?
I think that men in general take
No,
pride.
Black men in general. What are Black men designed to
I
do?
said men, particularly Black men. Men in general are designed to they are like the kings of their home. They have their home. They take care of it. They nourish it. They protect their home. They're men.
No, women control the nest. Men are supposed to be outside the nest. If we're talking about our natural design.
No, first of all, nobody controls the nest. Everybody has their own role. And men take pride and they are fulfilled by building their nest, protecting their nest, providing for their nest.
No, women build the nest. Men we walk by and see the nest being built and we keep it.
Yo, make sure y'all supporting the show, man. Hit the Cash App and support the show. We only got 3 contributors so far, man. And make sure y'all supporting the show. If not, we're gonna wrap this up.
Moving. That's the nature of men. Indigenous Black, we didn't care about the women built the nest, and you had that. You had that, and we were.
Do you disagree with everything else I said, or do you just want to argue with me?
You think men are building the house and decorating the
Black Dove, you're on a
house and doing all that. You think that's men's natural role?
People
Hold on,
are going to
what's an
disagree. So you
indigenous
can't take
Black
it personal.
man? Hold on, what's an indigenous Black man? If he can just let me know what that is.
Yeah, I got kind of confused. There was a lot of people talking at once.
What's your question?
What's an indigenous Black man?
A Black man from America with melanated skin.
Also, an indigenous American. Okay, because all right, gotcha.
Okay, but there's a contradiction there that we're not addressing. The contradiction is, in one breath, you're saying that Black women of today are taking a masculine role of handling security and resources and all of that, but they don't want to.
Yeah,
and
don't.
Okay, so if they don't want to, if you're saying that they don't want to, that means they want men to do what I said they wanted men to do, which is to come in and actually be able to provide something.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, but you disagreed with that earlier.
No, there's not a contradiction.
How many of y'all saw the contradiction? Did y'all see the contradiction? When I said earlier that all women want men with resources. She said that's not true. She said that Black women particularly date men for their emotions or their character, not their security and not their resources. But just now she said Black women have had to take on a masculine role and secure their own security, but they don't want to do that. Do y'all see the contradiction? You can't say in one breath that Black women don't want to date Black men for money and security, and then in the same breath say that Black women get their own money and security, but they don't want to have to do that. That's a contradiction. Now, I know the reason why she's contradicting herself, because she's not up there to have a real conversation. She's just trying to trigger us. But because she wasn't able, she was trying to trigger all of the men on the panel. She was definitely trying to trigger me specifically, but because she wasn't able to trigger us, she had to have the conversation, and her logic wasn't logicking. Like, you got to pick a struggle. Which one is it? If Black women today are able to work and get the bag and be massively successful the way she just claimed, right? To the degree that they don't want to date Black men for money and resources, they only want to date them based on their character, then why turn around and say in the same breath that Black women were forced into a more masculine role to be a provider and get their own security, but they don't want to do that? Which one is it? Like, which one is it? Like, that's a literal contradiction.
Because here's the thing, we do want men to be able to do that, but instead of men doing that, they create handles called Angryman, and then they bash women for doing what they had to do.
So, see what I mean? See what I mean? Desperately trying to get a rise out of me. Desperately trying to get a rise out of me. Like, bro, you cannot, I can't, there are no words in the English language that can describe how much of a loser this chick is, right?
Instead of men doing that, they create handles called
of today are taking a masculine role of handling security and resources and all of that, but they don't want to.
Yeah,
and
don't.
Okay, so if they don't want to, if you're saying that they don't want to, that means they want men to do what I said they wanted men to do, which is to come in and actually be able to provide something.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, but you disagreed with that earlier.
No, there's not a contradiction, because here's the thing. We do want men to be able to do that, but instead of men doing that, they create handles called Angryman, and then they bash women for doing what they had to do.
So here's the thing. Your personal grievances with me don't have anything to do with this conversation.
Hey, Angryman, that's a second shot at you, man.
Yeah, and to be totally honest, right? Your personal grievances don't have anything to do with me. If you want to come up here to get your moment to talk your shit to Angryman, first thing you got to do is you got to be logical, because you sat there and disagreed with me. You sat there and disagreed with my whole soliloquy about women wanting men with security, wanting men to come in and do certain things. You disagree with that. And then you turned around and contradicted yourself just now, because how are you going to say that women are perfectly fine with women are doing their role as far as their own security or whatever. And then Trey, let me ask you a question, bro. When I gave my whole soliloquy and I said women, regardless of what they're doing, they're going to want a man for security. They're going to want a man. They're going to want a man to actually, even if he doesn't have anything, they're going to want him to improve in all of those different things, right? When I got finished talking, she said, that's not true.
It wasn't true.
And now you're saying that black women are in a role that they don't want to be in because they want men. They want men to do all of those things that they now have to do, according to you. So what you just said is in agreement with what I just said.
No, it's not. And here's the thing. So first of all,
Trey, was that or was that not in agreement with what I was saying?
100%.
So first, may I? So
Black Dove, you got an issue with Angryman. Why don't you have a conversation on camera?
I can't go on camera yet. I can go on camera in a few months, but not right now.
You got a workout plan you working on or something? What's going on?
No, I have a job that's like, I can't be doing this type of stuff.
And by the way, this is somebody pretending to be new to these spaces. I've heard that voice before. This is somebody who has had an issue with me in the past. See, people be trying to, when it comes to the internet, people be trying to reinvent themselves and come back under new names and stuff. But sometimes you still recognize the voice. But so many people be trolling me and trying to come at me crazy that it's hard for me to keep track of everybody, right? But as you can see, this entire discussion, she's been trying her best to get a rise out of me. Like this entire discussion. And by the way, I'm gonna set the timer for like 10 minutes. If we don't get any support in the next 10 minutes with 800 people in here watching, we're gonna shut the show down. We need 10 people to support the show. Got 6 minutes left, y'all. We still need 5 people. Okay, we only need 2 more people, you guys. We got 5 minutes left. We only need 2 more people. One more person. Appreciate y'all.
Mine. So
having conversations with people.
Yeah, these type of conversations, yes. Have you ever heard of a job like that?
Yeah, there are
Not
jobs
necessarily.
where people can't be on camera online talking like they'll lose
Yeah.
their
Like you can't say like political positions, you can't say cultural positions, you can't post like bikini pics, like it's a lot. So if you don't understand it, I'm sorry, but
No, you good. You good. All right, we're gonna get back to the review though. All right, let's get back to the review.
I was gonna ask Angry Man.
Okay, go ahead.
What up?
When you mentioned there's no way to see if someone really loves you when you're in a position where you're rich, do you think that if women paid their own bills and like when you go on a dates,
Women really want.
That's
They
the
want.
You messing up. You got bigger problems, bro. Because you ain't percent. You knew when she was on my show, whenever topics like that come up, I try to give the young dudes game. Some or they
in a high school.
And there's certain stuff that gets when we're.
That's when you build the character.
You know what's really sad about this shit? What's really sad is when you come on to a show to be a troll, but the conversation is so good and the logic is so sound that you just got to sit there and listen. Like Shorty came up there obviously to troll. And for the most part, she had to just sit there and listen because there was no opportunities for her to introduce her chaotic energy. There was no opportunities for her to disrupt and derail the conversation, but that's literally what she was there for. That's literally what she was there for. She was trying her best. I'm talking about she was trying so hard to get a rise out of me. And I just didn't care. I just didn't care. And look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think that my temperament towards her is, I don't think it's an isolated incident. I think what's the best way for me to say this? Press a 1 if y'all want me to say this raw and uncut, because I'm thinking about trying to censor what I'm getting ready to say, but I feel like it's not going to hit the same. I feel like it's not going to hit the same if I censor it. So, like I said earlier, I already have this thing about me where once I stop giving a shit about certain things, you can't trigger me on it. Like, once I no longer care, it's going to be impossible to trigger me on it because I just don't give a shit. Right? My temperament with this particular chick, even though I'm just displaying my normal angry man personality, right? I noticed none of the other men were really getting triggered by her either. And I think that's because I think black women have ran out of shock factor. I think y'all have run out of shock factor. I think that y'all have done so much that there's nothing left you can do to surprise anybody. And it's getting to the point where you're becoming invisible. You feel me? Like, think about it like this. If you're constantly doing outrageous shit and people do not have a mechanism to stop you from doing that outrageous shit, eventually what will happen is people will just tune you out. Right? Like if we go out in public and we go to a grocery store or something, and every time you go to the grocery store, you see a bunch of loudmouth B-dubs in their pajama pants and bonnets, cursing, acting a fool. You know, they got their kids in their cart with their bad behavior or whatever. One of two things is going to happen, because you don't really have a mechanism to fix it. You don't have, you culturally, you can't shame it. And other people overlook it, right? So what I think ends up happening is one of two things. Either you will stop going to places where you know they congregate, which is what I've done, right? I refuse to go to a Walmart. I flat out refuse to go to a Walmart. I refuse to go anywhere where those type of black women congregate. I just refuse. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not in no way, shape, or form, right? But what I've noticed, because it's been like that for me for years, if there's anywhere where I know there's gonna be ratchet black people in general, not just black women, but black women and black men. Like if I know for a fact that this place is going to have an overabundance of YNs and ratchetangs, right? I'm not going there. But this is what I've noticed about my brain rewiring itself. because I've been on some out of sight, out of mind type shit where I don't go places where they congregate and engage in all of their savagery, right? My brain has kind of rewired itself to where even when it does present itself, I see through it. Like I'm not even absorbing it. Like I'll see the chicks with the bonnets and it's like they don't exist to me. You feel me? Like they'll be over there talking and doing whatever, and I just completely ignore them and block them out. And I think this is what is happening on a large scale. I think a lot of us have gotten to the point to where these individuals that talk, and it's not just the ratchet chicks, it's also these chicks like the one that was just on this panel that I was playing for you with the Valley girl accent. I guarantee you that chick is probably chocolate, probably dark skin, right? It's them too. If you're a black woman and every word that comes out of your mouth is the stereotypical shit that we all know isn't true. Like if you're a black woman and the first thing that comes out of your mouth is, well, we're the most educated and we're starting the most businesses and we're getting to the bag and black men just can't keep up with us. Like if any of that shit comes out of your mouth, I instantly check out. Instantly. Like you may be able to engage with me in a conversation, but it's not me in that conversation. It's my representative. It's not me. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like you ever have a situation where you're in a relationship and the chick you're in a relationship with gets on your nerves so bad that you've just mentally checked out. So you're having a conversation with the chick, but it's very robotic. So everything she says to you is like, yeah, sure. But you know, you're responding to her, but it's almost like you're responding on autopilot. And the real you is in the back of your mind ignoring her ass. You get what I'm saying? That's literally what I was doing in that conversation. That's literally what I was doing in that conversation. The moment I heard her talking and realized she was trying to trigger me, the first thing that went through my mind is, okay, so here we have another, like, this is what's going on online. Let me break it down to you like this. This is what's going on online. There are black women that absolutely hate and despise the fact that black men aren't falling for their bullshit anymore. They are so bothered by this. They are so bothered by this. They hate the fact that there are black men out here that aren't lining up to sacrifice their finances, their well-being, their money just for their little dirty box so that they can live a better life. This shit bothers them. It bothers them. It bothers them that they are no longer able to trick black men into serving up all of their resources, all of their time, and all of their energy for that little dirty ass box that they done gave everybody. We know who they are. There's no more mystery. The shroud has fallen. We know what type of time they're on. We know who they are. And that shit pisses them off. But you know what pisses them off even more than the sea of black men that just don't give a shit anymore? It's individuals who taught them to do it. It's individuals who taught them to do it. So guys like me that came to the internet and told these men, bro, grow a backbone. Bro, stop being a simp. Bro, stop letting these women rule you. Tell her to kick rocks. Vote with your feet. You ain't got to put up with that shit. You don't got to deal with that shit. You'd rather be single. You'd rather be alone than deal with her stupid shit. Guys like me, they really can't stand us. So what they do is they come to the internet bothered and upset and angry, and they're like, oh, there's Angryman. Oh, I'm going to go give him a piece of my mind, and I'm going to do my best. Because let me tell you something. There's only one weapon. There's only one weapon that black women can use against you if you're not in a relationship with them. If you're in a relationship with a black woman, there's a bunch of weapons she can use against you, right? She can try to mess you up financially. She could try to get you in trouble with the law. She could try to alienate you from your family. There's a bunch of things she can do to you when you're in a relationship with her and you're in proximity to her. But when you're just a random black man on the internet that they're not around, they're not in proximity to you, you've never been in the same room together, you're probably never gonna be in the same room together, there's only one weapon they can use against you, and they're really good at it. That one weapon is, I'm gonna try to disturb his peace. I'm gonna try my best to get on his damn nerves. And that's the reason why she kept getting quiet on that panel, because she saw she wasn't able to get on my nerves. So it's like, damn, mission failed. I can't even get on his damn nerves. I'm trying my best to get on his nerves, but his force field is impervious. I can't get on his nerves. And I don't know how many ways I got to say this. To all of the flightless birds, to all of you individuals that I've done battle with here on YouTube intellectually, you just don't get it. You can't get on my nerves the way you used to get on my nerves, because we fucking won. We won. You lost. You lost. So it doesn't bother me when you come up here and say, see, it bothered me before. When you used to, when y'all chicks used to get up here and say shit like, well, we're the most educated. That shit used to bother me because it was a lie that everybody believed. Nobody believes that shit anymore. So it doesn't bother me. When you get up here and you used to get up here and say, well, we make more money than black men. It used to bother me because it was a lie that everybody used to believe. Everybody don't believe it no more. They don't. Because of guys like me. All that game that y'all used to run, all of that false bravado, all of that fake ass shit that you used to say to prop yourself up and make you seem like you were more than what you were, nobody believes it anymore. Nobody believes it anymore. So you can't bother me the way you used to bother me, because you don't have the same social currency that you used to have. You don't have the same social currency. And that's part of the reason why you're so upset. Part of the reason why you're so upset is because you're no longer in the era of black men kissing your ass 24/7. And that shit really pisses you off. That shit really pisses you off, that you don't have a bunch of black men jumping on YouTube talking about my queen, the black woman is God. Like, that really bothers you, doesn't it? It bothers you that you have moved out of the age of black men worshiping you. And instead, you have black men saying, hey, you know what? You got Stephen A. Smith on Freaky Friday with Cam Newton talking about some, yo, if you gonna be with me, you gonna cook. Brothers like to eat. If you ain't cooking something, I'm not dealing with you. See, there used to be a time, I say about a good 10 years ago, dudes was scared to say shit like that. Stephen A. Smith 10 years ago would have never said that shit. I'm going to say that again. Stephen A. Smith 10 years ago would have never said that shit. And that's really what y'all are pissed off about. What y'all are really upset about is guys like me came to the internet. And there's a bunch of us. Guys like me came to the internet and took the slings and arrows. And through blood, sweat, and tears, we showed these men. You don't gotta sit around with your damn lips pinched shut. You can actually open your mouth and verbally state what you really think. Because 10 years ago, men were not coming to the internet saying what they really think. 10 years ago, to make a statement like this, yo, check this out. I'm not trying to be with no woman that don't cook and clean. Saying that shit 10 years ago was a no-no. It was a taboo. Not today. Not today. This is why they're upset. This is why they're upset. And this is why the moment that I get on a panel and they see me up there, they're like, oh, he one of them dudes that had the nerve to tell these black men that they needed to have self-respect. Do you realize that's why these chicks are upset with me? Do you realize these chicks are upset with the Angry Man because I'm one of the guys that told black men to have some self-respect, to grow a backbone, to not be a utility and a walking ATM, to actually demand that the women that deal with you actually treat you with respect and dignity. That's why they're mad at me. They are mad at me for opening the eyes of black men to who these chicks are, but more importantly, who they are as men and why these chicks should appreciate them. And if they don't appreciate you, get rid of them. Kick them to the curb. Go deal with somebody else. Go where you celebrated and not tolerated. This is why they mad at me. This is why they're upset with me. This is why they'll get up there and say stuff like, well, first of all, the men don't want to do that. Instead, what they want to do is come online and create handles called TheAngryman and complain about, oh, it burns you up that you can't control me. Don't it, Keisha? It burns you up. I'm telling you right now, how many times have y'all seen me on a panel and these chicks get so heated because I'm a black man they can't control? Bro, it's the funniest shit in the world to watch. Matter of fact, somebody asked her last night, like, yo, why you got an issue with Angryman? Because his rhetoric, it needs to stop. Shut that. You ain't stopping nothing. You ain't got no damn power, Keisha. You never had any damn power. You've just been convinced that you have power so that you'll bother us. But the truth of the matter is you ain't got no damn power. They hate that shit. When they get on a panel with the Angry Man and they can't control me, They be like, man, forget you, angry man. You always saying this. And did. Ain't that what y'all say? And did. Well, what's one of your other sayings? It's giving, right? It's giving. It's giving. You can't control the angry man. It's giving. It's giving. You can kiss my ass. It's giving. It's giving. I'm gonna say what I want to say. It's giving. It's giving. You couldn't stop me before. It's giving. It's giving. You ain't gonna stop me now. Right? That's why if you notice, look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You have never seen the angry man get on a panel with feminist-minded B-dubs and they weren't bothered. They always bothered. If I go over to Trey's stream, y'all know Jess, that I done been in numerous clips cooking her ass. She'll be in the chat room talking mad shit. Angry man don't know what he's talking about. Angry man, angry man, angry man. The question is, why so many of you upset single B-dubs? Why y'all so infatuated with the angry man? Huh? Why y'all so infatuated with the angry man? Why are you so like, why am I living rent-free in your head? Why? Because I'm your worst nightmare. I'm your worst nightmare. And I jumped online and trained all the other men to be your worst nightmare. What is that? A black man you can't control. A black man you can't boss around. A black man you can't use for his money. A black man you can't convince to be your crash out dummy. That is their worst nightmare. That's their worst nightmare. A brother they can't control. A brother that ain't on bended knee like Boys to Men kissing their ass. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. That is by far their worst nightmare, their worst fear. And that's really why they're so upset right now, because they've watched as their worst fear came to fruition. Why do you think they lost their shit when brothers started flying overseas to deal with other women? Right? Right? The moment that they saw brothers flying overseas with their passports to date Asian women, to date Latin women, to date, they lost it. Oh my God. They tried their best to shame them brothers. They tried their best to shame them brothers. They accused them of sex tourism. They accused them of, oh, you just want a slave. Like they even went so far as to start talking trash about the women in those other countries. They started calling those women stupid and everything else. And the crazy thing is, a lot of those women in them other countries speak more than one language. But you got the nerve to call them stupid? Why do you think they're stupid? Because they treat men like human beings instead of trying to use them like some damn disposable utility, the way you women in the West use men. Don't you find it interesting that when it comes to the women in the Western world, they view any woman that treats you as a man with respect and dignity as a fool? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that the women in the West, if they see a woman treating a man with respect and dignity, they look at that woman like she's a fool? It's like they only envision a relationship being a man has to be treated like shit by his woman in order for it to be a normal relationship. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. If you have a man in the Western world in a relationship with a woman in the Western world, and that woman is submissive and respectful to that man, what do they always say? Oh, he must be abusing her. We have now entered an age where if a man has authority in his household, has a submissive wife, the assumption is the only way he was able to get that was through abuse. Which raises the question, for the women who think like that, how horrible do you gotta be as a woman to think that the only way a woman can be submissive to a man is if that man is abusing her? That's an indication of your mindset. If you're a woman and you believe the only way a woman can be submissive to a man is if that man is abusive, that's just you telling on yourself. That's just you explaining that you're so horrible as a woman that the only way anybody would be able to get you to submit is they would have to abuse you. That's literally what you're saying. If you think and believe the only time a woman is submissive is if her man is abusive. But that's what they believe, many of them. Because every time I've seen dudes up here that talk about how their women are submissive, the first thing that flies out of their mouth is, oh, he probably abusing her. He probably doing this and he probably doing that. And it's like, word? What made your mind go there? What made your mind go there? So it's not even within the possibility of, in your mind, there's no possibility that that woman submitted to that man because she chose to. That woman submitted to that man because that's just the way she was raised. Of course not. Because what y'all do is y'all operate in this hive mind. And so anytime you see women that are not operating like you want to try to shame them out of their behavior. You want to try to ruin that relationship because you ain't shit. And the last thing you need is women that's about something being anywhere in your vicinity for your man to compare you to. It's kind of like if there's a person in your neighborhood that has a dirty car because they're too lazy to wash their car, and they go around fighting everybody in the neighborhood that washes their car, because if you wash your car, it's going to make their car look that much worse. So the women in the Western world, they do not want women here to be good women to these men. Because if that were to happen, the women in the Western world that are horrible to their men will have an example to look at in those good women and say, hey, why you don't act like that? That's part of the reason why they were so upset with these men getting their passports and flying to another country. Because the last thing the women in the Western world need is for these men to go to another country where they're going to be treated like human beings, because they may bring their ass back to America and expect the women in America to treat them like human beings. And we can't have that. We can't have that. What do you mean you went to Thailand and the women were waiting on you hand and foot? Why would you go over there and experience that? We don't want to do that here in America. What do you mean the women in Latin America was giving you massages, and when you put your shoes on, they was tying your shoelaces for you and shit? What? Wait a minute. What do you mean they were serving you? We don't want to serve no men over here. That's all it is. The reason why they hate women from other countries, the reason why they hate so-called pick-me's and mammies, is because those type of women raise the bar. And these women that are in the Western world, they don't want the bar raised. They want to keep it right where it's at. Because in the Western world, for a very long time now, they have been able to extract maximum benefit from American men while doing barely anything. They don't even, bro, at one point, they were extracting maximum benefit from the men doing the bare minimum. Now, they don't even do the bare minimum. You literally got chicks running around here expecting you men to make six figures and be a multi-millionaire, and they don't even want to cook and fucking clean, bruh. They don't even want to cook and clean their own house. They don't even want to cook in their own house and clean their own house, but they want you to be a multi-millionaire. Just let that sink in for a second. The women in the Western world, the women here in America, they don't want you comparing them to submissive women, to respectful women, to women that come from countries where there's still a patriarchy, where the women are submissive, cooperative, and wait on their men hand and foot. They don't want you comparing that shit, because in America for so long, I gotta say this again, for so long, these women in America have been able to extract maximum benefit from American men while simultaneously not giving American men shit. Except some box that ain't even really yours because somebody else had it before you. You want to know what's going on in America? I'm gonna tell you what's going on in America. This is what's so funny about this shit. What's so funny about this shit is in America, it's like a car dealership that expects you to have an 850 credit score and a huge down payment for a damn used car with over 100,000 miles on it that had 5 previous owners and 2 of them were smokers. Do you realize that? In this day and age, the dating world is like a dealership, a used car lot, expecting you to have an 850 credit score, a $10,000 down payment for a car that is used, over 100,000 miles on it, 5 previous owners, 2 of which were smokers. Let that sink in for a second. Let that sink in for a second. You're going to a used car lot with the credit and money it would take to buy a Bentley, but you're driving off the lot in a damn Nissan Altima that smells like mildew on the inside. Let that sink in for a second. Just let that sink in for a second. You men here in America, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. And this is how bad the culture has become. The culture is so bad, it's like you show up to the dealership with your 850 credit score. You already got your financing from the bank. You got a huge down payment, and you want a new car with 0 miles on it, and they look at you like, who the fuck do you think you are? Well, I got an 850 credit score. So? Well, I already got financing from my bank. So? But I got a huge down payment. So? You better get your ass in this 1995 Nissan Altima with the cigarette burns in the seat and the mildew smell like it's been in a flood with over 100,000 miles on it. What, you too good for a Nissan Altima? Yo, daddy drove a Nissan Altima. You didn't mind riding in a Nissan Altima when your daddy was dropping you off at school and taking you to basketball practice. You didn't mind it then. You didn't mind a Nissan Altima when you was a kid. Why you minding it now? You think you too good for a Nissan Altima? It ain't the Nissan Altima's fault that it's done had 5 owners. Just because it got 100,000 miles don't mean it ain't still valuable. So what if it got cigarette burns? Or are you upholstery shaming? This is the stupid shit that y'all are dealing with. This is the stupid shit that y'all are dealing with. Excuse me, who are you saying had an 850 credit score with a 65 IQ? Who you talking about? Who you talking about, Christy? Yo, we need some support on the Cash App side, guys. I'm going to set the clock again for 10 minutes. We need some support on the Cash App side of the game. We need 10 people to support on the Cash App. You said she confused the joke? Oh. She said the woman buying the used car. No, that's not what I was saying. I wasn't saying the woman was buying the car. I was saying the guy was buying the car. In that analogy, the woman is the car. In that analogy, the woman is the car. But the point that I'm trying to make is that you as a man in America, you are expected to achieve the most in order to give women the maximum benefit of your resources, your protection, your procreation. And in return, you get nothing. You get fuck all. The only thing you get in return is box that's already been used. That's the only thing you get in return. The only thing you get in return is box that's already been used. Because what else you getting in return? What else you getting in return? You not getting a woman that's gonna wait on you hand and foot. You're not getting that. You're not getting a woman that's gonna take your dry cleaning to the dry cleaners, run your errands for you. You're not getting that. You're not getting a woman that's gonna cook for you every single day and make sure the house is immaculate. You're not getting that. You're not getting none of that. You're not getting none of that because they have convinced themselves that the only thing they got to give you is box. They've convinced themselves. You have these women that pursue NBA basketball players, NFL football players. That chick, Mila Adams, whatever her name is, the whole reason she falsely accused Stephon Diggs of choking her and slapping her is because she thought her box, her used box, entitled her to $5.5 million of his money, $2,000 a week of his money. Thousands of dollars to invest in a restaurant of his money. Room and board. She thought that her used box entitled her to all of that. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Just let that shit sink in. And she's not the only one. She's not the only one. All of these women running around here in the Western world, they believe that what's between their legs entitles them to your life's work. So all of the things that you as a man fight like hell to accomplish, your fight to climb out of poverty, your struggle in the world of business to be the best at what you do, your fight to keep as much of your money as you possibly can keep with everybody with their hand out for your money. Your struggle to be successful, no matter how many years it takes you, these women think they are entitled to all of that shit simply because they let you hit something that other niggas have hit that didn't give them shit. Just think about that for a second. Just think about that for a second. Yo, we got 3 minutes left, and we only had one person hit the Cash App. We got 3 minutes left, and we only had one person hit the Cash App. So we still need 9 people to hit the Cash App. If we don't get 9 people in the next 3 minutes, we're going to shut it down. If we don't get 9 people in the next 3 minutes, we're going to shut it down. Two minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. On. Down to 1 minute. $25 seconds.
The session is closed. The board is dismissed.
I gave you the blueprint, now go build a estate. Stop arguing with broke, man, stop debating with fate. We don't negotiate value, we dictate the price. You watch the show for free, I just gave you a slice.
but the real ones know where the equity live. We taking everything, we got nothing to give. The manual is waiting, you know where it's at. This ain't a gamble, it's a guaranteed bet.
We'll protect lead, go and plant the seed. We'll protect lead, that's the code we need. Go to the site, secure the command. The Angryman Channel, the standard of the land.
TheAngrymanChannel.com.
Get the shirt, get the books.
Start watching, start working. We up.
The session is closed. The board is dismissed.